What is up, my people? JaxB TheRipper here. So we're here with another metal and makeup look, and this time it's going to be to my death shirt with Chuck on it. We're going to be using Saucebox here. I'm going to try to talk a little bit about the band as much as I can. Then we're going to go in with the Chanel eyelid primer here. I'm not even sure that's the whole name, but yeah. And then you're going to see me go in with some concealer and use a flat dome brush to blend it in to my lid so I could get that even canvas and no lines of any, or like the veins or anything, so you don't see that. And then we're gonna use that reddish burgundy tone from the Saucebox palette, and then I'm just gonna concentrate it on the crease. You're gonna see me just mainly blending it in there. You're gonna see me blend it a little bit more outwards. But to get back to death and all that, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about the band now. I'm not a death historian or anything like that. Plus, I feel like if I were to go ahead and incorporate facts about the band, I feel like a lot of you guys are going to know this stuff already, because Death is such a well-known band. Obviously, they're the fathers of, death metal, obviously, or they say Chuck is mainly the father. And I'm not going to lie, with that whole rivalry of Possessed and Death, I was more team Possessed. So, but that didn't mean I hate Death or anything. I love Death, but sometimes, I'm not going to lie, Death was one of those bands that people just kept talking about so much. It's like, please stop. But nevertheless, I love Death. And I really don't know much what to say about them, besides the fact that, we all know that the lyrics were influenced by horror movies, and they kind of reminded me the same story as like Ozzy Osbourne when he was with Black Sabbath, how he said that music was influenced by like scary movies. And of course, Ozzy Osbourne times and horror movies were way different than Death and the band Death with Chuck, Chuck's time and all that. So obviously by the time he saw horror movies, they're a little bit more gorier and went a little bit further than Ozzy Osbourne days. So yeah, I'm not even explaining the makeup, I'm sorry. It's kind of hard to balance both the techniques and and talking a little bit about the band. But yeah, basically you saw how I went in with those two taupey and terracotta colors, and I just used like a little smudger brush. I just concentrated in the crease only. I didn't go too out with the red, or where the burgundy color is, and I felt like some of the color got lost or wasn't as pigmented, so I'm going back in with that reddish color again and just blending it outwards like always, window wiping motions. But yeah, so I'm just going back in with a little bit of that color, and then you're going to see me pull out this red eyeshadow by Sugar Pills, like A+. I can never remember the damn name to this one. Beloved, the reddest, or the red, I say reddest, yeah, okay, reddest of the red that you'll ever see. And I'm putting it above the, the taupey colors. So yeah, it's covering up that rusty red color before, or I keep changing the name. It's like burgundy, rusty red, whatever. But I'm really being bold with this. In fact, I felt like I wasn't as bold as I wanted to be. So if you want to make this red go out even further, then go ahead and do so. Because the first time when I did this look, I kind of made the red a little bit more bold. I felt like this time it wasn't, but it was still good enough. So yeah, and I'm just, blending it in with window wiping motions. And all you're seeing is basically me just adding more and more to it. But back to Death. So let me tell you how I discovered them. Death and Possessed, actually, at the same time. I found out about them through my cousin Trini. My cousin Trini was like an LA thrasher. She still kind of is. But she just likes all types of metal, the girl too. But she was at first like the typical LA thrasher. And she actually introduced Death to me as well as Possessed at the same time. She was super hardcore fans. This is the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Night. I'm going to use that as a sticky base for the silver eyeshadow I'm going to put on. And the silver eyeshadow is also from Saucebox, but that palette is called the Creme de la Creme palette, so you're going to see in just a moment. Yeah, but Trini was not really for like the arch enemies, or what else does she not like? that I did like. I can't remember. But, you know, at that time, you know, me and her, we had a lot in common. You know, heavy metal. Yeah, we liked Iron Maiden and so on. But I didn't really hear something too heavy until I start, like, hanging out with more with my cousin Trini. So when she introduced death metal to me in general, I was like, whoa, this is some pretty damn good shit. And Possessed especially was the one that caught my ear first. And, you know, so I remember, I don't know, she gave me a couple patches. I'm not sure if it was her or maybe somebody else, but somebody gave me a death patch, but unfortunately I gave it away. Then I'm going in with a pencil brush, and I'm going in with that black, and I'm only going to keep it on the crease line. I am not going to do hardly any blending with it. I'm just blending I'm blending but not outwards. I'm just blending it inwards. I don't know if that made sense. Anyways, I'm basically drawing. Kind of think like I'm sketching. That's why I'm using a pencil brush. But anyways, back to the story. But yeah, I remember I had the patch a while ago, but then I gave it away to some douchebag I don't even talk to anymore. But she's the one who basically opened the doors to me to heavier stuff, because I remember I was listening to like In Flames, Arch Enemy, and it was only like, yeah, I was listening to Megadeth, of course, but that was like the heaviest I knew at that time. So all of a sudden here comes death metal, and in a way I found black metal through that at that time, but I didn't really understand black metal. Immortal, and I was just like, what the hell is this? But I didn't really get to Immortal. I still don't like Immortal that much, to tell you the truth. But yet I like Abbott's solo stuff. I don't understand how, but yeah. But that's basically how I discovered them. It's not really like a huge impact story, I know, but it's a story at least. So I put on a little bit of the Smashbox primer, and then I'm going to go in with the RCMA foundations. That's Ivory and Gina Beige, and I'm doing like a reverse contour kind of style, I guess you could say. It actually happened on accident, and yes, there is something called the reverse contour, except leave it to YouTube and Instagram bitches to do it all wrong. So I'm going in with Gina Beige, just like on the higher points, basically. Basically where the sun would hit, it'll be like right there, and just a little bit on the nose. Then you're going to see me go in with the Ivory one, and I like to dab it in with my fingers a lot. RCMA is a pro line, I guess you could say. Yeah, they're a pro line. And so it is a little bit harder to find. You have to like actually go to their website, but their foundations are incredible. I love them. They're good for HD stuff, and it's very skin-like. That's why I love using RCMA. It is like the #1 foundation to me, and it is cruelty-free. So in case you guys are wondering like what that foundation is, like that is like my go-to all the time. The only thing is like, yeah, it's a cream type of foundation. You guys scoop it out with like a cosmetic spatula, and then kind of like, you know, smear it out on a, what's it called, on a mixing palette. So that's the only things, but it's the best foundation in the world, and I love it so much. I'm going to grab the Kevyn Aucoin Duo Blush Compact, and I'm just going to put it on the apple of my cheeks, and that's just about it. It's going to eventually blend all together. So in case you guys are like, why is she looking crazy? Just watch the magic happened. Basically, I kind of wish I put a little bit more cream blush on. That was the only thing. I kind of went too light-handed on it. But with me, I always get so scared of applying blush because I'm so fair, and I don't want people to notice that the first thing. Oh, I put a little bit of the Urban Decay All-Nighter spray on the dome brush. And yeah, I use brushes, you guys. I don't like using beauty blenders that much. I don't like using, I used to use the Real Techniques brush, I mean not brush, the sponge a lot, just because it's exactly like the beauty blender. But really, I love the dome brushes. People at work always ask me like, oh my god, how did you blend in your makeup? I was like, dude, I used a flat dome brush. They're like, really? I was like, yeah, everyone used to use it until the fucking beauty blender came in. It's like, fuck that. I don't know why you guys be spending like $20 on a fucking sponge when this fucking brush cost me like $3. It's e.l.f., by the way. But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not really good with like the lightweight foundations, like the really light fluidy. it sucks it all up. So yeah, that's when you'll want to use a sponge. But still, you guys are dumb to spend $20 on a fucking sponge. I'm sorry, I just have to say it. Anyways, I needed a little bit more contour. And I went in with my trusty Anastasia cream palette. And I'm just adding a little bit. I'm not going to go to the extreme like I usually do. Just because I already have dimension from the two foundations that I mixed. But if you guys have any stories about how you discovered death, let me know. Just let me know, you guys. Because I know death really impacted a lot of people's lives a lot. And I'm still having that giveaway, by the way. I feel like people forgot about it. Well, maybe I forgot about it. Because I almost did forget about it. I am going to end that giveaway on the 29th of January. And then I will announce the winner after that. And yeah, so if you haven't entered, go ahead and enter. Just leave a comment. Obviously, you have to be a subscriber. That should be, you know, self-explanatory right there. I'm just going in with a little bit of the concealer just underneath, just to do a little bit of cleanup, and that's it. And sharpening. I'm not using a lot of concealer like you see these gurus use. You only need very little. Then, and with the pencil brush, I just went back in with the two gray and taupe tones, and I'm just, you know, brushing it underneath, and then I'm going to add a little bit of black to it too, and then you're going to see me add the red eyeshadow too. But yeah, the giveaway still on. Just leave me a comment. Don't make it confusing with something like, oh, it's too big, like, because then I'm going to think you don't want to be in the giveaway. So don't make it confusing. If you want to leave me a story about how death influenced your life or whatever, or you can even leave a comment just saying hi, you know, just don't make it confusing like, oh, it's too big on me, I don't know if it'll fit. Like, no, don't do that. But anyways, the look is almost finished here. I really wish I could find like a death pullover hoodie, but I want the Scream Bloody Gore one. Have you noticed a lot of metal hoodies? They're all like the zipper ones. I don't really like the zipper ones. I like the pullover ones. And I really want a Scream Bloody Gore one. But that is so hard to find. I could not find it anywhere. All I could find were zippers, and that's it. If you guys know where I could find one, let me know, because if not, I'll probably just get a long sleeve and I'll do a makeup tutorial to that, because I have like a vision for that one. And Scream Bloody Gore was a freaking awesome album, must I say so myself. Symbolic has to be my favorite album. Well, more because it's more dear to me, because that is the first album I've heard from them. Of course, because of Crystal Mountain. Epica also did, believe it or not, they did their own version of Crystal Mountain. It sounded like purely death. It didn't sound like, you know, power metal or symphonic metal or anything like that. They did a pretty good job with it. So I'm using the Patrick Starr Translucent Powder by MAC. It is such an incredible powder. I freaking love it. And it makes your skin look like silk. But yeah, as you can see how I'm just like tapping in the powder. I don't know where in the fuck do you ladies get the whole thing where you have to like swish the damn brush to come. Kind of, okay, you see like how I'm doing it like that? That is to dust off like any excess powder. But a lot of you ladies, when you put on powder, you put it on like that. I'm like, why? You're just sweeping off the foundation, and this foundation is not put. So you need to set it first. So now I'm going in with the Bobbi Brown bronzing illuminating powder, and I'm just going to put that right there on top of the cheekbones. I love this blush because it makes it look like I just had an orgasm or something, and freaking Orgasm by NARS doesn't even give me that look. It's like, it's too chunky, the glitter in it, so that's why I don't like Orgasm by NARS. This is 244, and basically what it is a liquid silicone, and is used to activate like any dry gel liners that you have, which is the one I'm using by Inglot, and as well as to make your foundations HD if you want. So you could make your own HD foundations instead of spending 40 something dollars on the Makeup Forever ones. You can even put it in drugstore foundations if you want, and you only need like one little drop and that's it. So yeah, I'm just using an angle brush. I'm doing probably the best freaking wing liner I've done in years. See, this is why I like using gel liners, because even if you use the pen or the felted pen ones or the felted brush ones, whatever you want to call them, they just don't do a good job as the angle brush or even like the fine line brushes. I mean, look at that. Look how beautiful of a job I did with that angle brush. It's like that is the perfect wing liner. I miss this, but I use the felted pen ones a lot because I'm always in a rush and I don't have time to like make it perfect the way I did it right there. So yeah, I feel you girls who use the felt pen ones. Oh my god, it's just so beautiful to look at. I mean, look at it. And then the one thing I like about gel liners too is I love to put it on the waterline because that shit will stay. I mean, it will stay, like it won't budge. Although don't get the Smashbox one because for some reason they haven't updated to waterproof. Come on, Smashbox, you guys were the first ones to release the gel liner. Come on, update, come on. Curling the lashes. And then using the Chanel mascara. Forgot what it's called. See, I can never remember shit. I can never remember shit at all. Like, I should write down these products, but eh. And then I'm going to go in with one of my favorite lashes by Lash Pop. It's called Red Rari. And while I'm letting the glue basically dry on them, I'm going to go in with Black Honey by Clinique. This is just the sample size. The real size of it is obviously bigger than that. And it's a silver packaging. I wish it was in that packaging though. It's so pretty. And this is more if I'm just using this first lip look just so you guys could see if you want more like a nice flush tone kind of lip look instead of what I'm about to do next, because what I'm about to do next is a little too much. Here I go applying my false lashes, and what I do when I have like the wing kind of lashes, I keep the wing side on the edge a little bit more higher. It's not really in the lash line or anything, so it's a little bit more high up, just so I could give myself that cat eye Sophia Loren look. Okay, so here is the first look right here with my little dominatrix ponytail. So that's just with the first lip. Now I'm going to go in with this NYX gunmetal shade lipstick. And what I'm doing is I'm outlining my lips with the Clinique felted pen liner. So yeah, and it actually worked pretty well. Not only was I able to shape my lips very evenly, but it stayed for a long time too. I didn't have to worry about it until I ate, obviously. But then I'm just outlining the lips first, and then I'm going to go in with that gunmetal color by NYX. And yeah, that's about it. And that's like the second lip look that I did. And if you guys want to go more bold and daring, then I suggest this lip look. I'm actually glad I waited a little bit longer to redo this video, because the first video that I shot, the lighting was complete crap, and I had to wait till the rain stopped here in sunny California to be able to reshoot this video. But yeah, so the video's coming to an end, you guys. Don't forget to enter my giveaway. I'll leave, you know, the giveaway link underneath and all. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Take care of your vaginas. Have a bonerific day.